Something quietly strange has been happening to millions of working Europeans and Americans, and almost nobody is talking about it honestly. Your payslip grew, the number went up, and for a moment it genuinely felt like everything was about to change. But when you look at your savings account today, the number sitting there tells a completely different story.
Your income went up noticeably, and yet your savings barely moved an inch. This is not a math problem, and it is not bad luck. It is something far more interesting than either of those things. His name is Daniel, he is 31 years old, and his story will feel uncomfortably familiar. Daniel lives in Manchester, but he could just as easily live in Chicago, Amsterdam, or Frankfurt, because this is not a story about a city. 3 years ago Daniel earned £28,000 a year, cooked at home most nights, drove an old car, and managed to save around £200 every single month.
It was tight, but he was careful. And that careful version of Daniel was quietly building something real. Then came the promotion, then a better job offer, then another raise. And Daniel's income nearly doubled. Today Daniel earns £52,000 after tax objectively, significantly more than he has ever earned in his life. And his savings account today holds £800, less than it held when he was earning nearly half this much.
So let us follow the money carefully, because the math tells a story nobody in Daniel's life ever sat down and explained to him.
When his income doubled, Daniel moved into a nicer flat. And that single decision costs him an additional £7,200 every year. The old Ford Focus he had paid for outright became a financed BMW at £480 a month. £5,760 every year on a depreciating asset. And then the smaller decisions started quietly multiplying. Gym, subscriptions, groceries, restaurants. Each one individually reasonable, collectively devastating. His gym jumped from £25 to £85 a month, his streaming services quietly multiplied to 6, and his grocery choices shifted upmarket without him ever making a conscious decision. He now eats lunch at a restaurant near his office 3 or 4 times a week, because he earns the kind of money where that feels reasonable. His income increased by £24,000 a year, and his lifestyle expenses increased by £23,400 a year. Daniel did not build wealth. Daniel built a more expensive life and quietly called it progress.
Income doubled, savings unchanged, and the arithmetic between those two facts is precise and it is brutal. Economists call this lifestyle inflation, but that phrase makes it sound like something that only happens to careless or vain people, which is exactly why it is so dangerous. Every single spending decision Daniel made was individually justifiable. A safer neighborhood, a reliable car, better food after years of working hard. The mistake was never any single decision, the mistake was the invisible assumption underneath all of them. That assumption, fed to us through advertising, social comparison, and watching everyone around us, is that when income rises, the natural response is to upgrade the life surrounding it. Most people never examine that assumption. They simply act on it, and then wonder years later why the savings number refuses to grow. If Daniel had kept his lifestyle roughly the same for just 18 months after his income doubled and redirected half the difference into a low-cost index fund, the outcome changes completely. He would have approximately £67,000 more today. Not through any sophisticated financial strategy, simply by not automatically spending what arrived. That number is not designed to make Daniel feel guilty. It is designed to make the cost of an invisible assumption finally visible. Because invisible costs are always, without exception, the most expensive kind. The people who genuinely build wealth over time. And they exist at every income level, which consistently surprises people. Do not think about money as a reward for their current lifestyle. They think about it as a resource that, if left alone and allowed to compound, buys something far more valuable than a nicer flat or a newer car. It buys options. They do not deprive themselves. They simply insert a pause between the moment income arrives and the moment lifestyle expands to meet it. That pause, sometimes 6 months, sometimes a year, is where wealth is actually built, not in the investment choice, not in the broker platform, but in the pause itself. Wealth is not built in the moment of the decision. It is built in the quiet space before the decision gets made. Daniel is not in crisis. He is simply running in place, earning more, spending more, and staying exactly where he financially started. The income doubled, the savings did not move, and now, for the first time, he knows exactly why. If this gave you something genuinely worth thinking about, subscribing takes 2 seconds. And there is more honest thinking like this coming every single week.